All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. And we got all types of stuff jumping off out there today, of course. We got robot dogs with flamethrowers that you can buy under $10,000. Sounds like a great investment. This was just in breaking news. Can we get a breaking news banner? Breaking news, breaking news. I guess one of Kamala Harris's Secret Service agents went bananas and tried to fight the other agents. Kamala was not there. She is safe. We're going to report on that. And, of course, you got the rest of the world catching up to the TikTok ban, which happened on Saturday. Today's Wednesday, April 24th. So they're all mad about that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Gaza protesters taking over the TVs and everything like that. A lot of pro-Israel, a lot of pro-Palestinians. We're gonna unfold it all. We're gonna unfold it all. The Trump trial was not today because New York City is broke and it's furloughed. There's no court on Wednesdays. But let's just jump into this. And it's just, this is the wildest thing I've ever seen. This robot dog, this is a robot flamethrower dog. I need this in my life. I need this outside my house. I need about 3 of them. And ain't nobody going to mess with nobody if they got this. I mean, imagine the stuff they got going on right now. But this right here is the introduction of the robot dog, for not to be confused with regular robots. You know what I'm saying? This robot is a dog. It's got 4 legs, and it doesn't have a bark. It has flames, baby. It has flames. Let's just play this up. I thought this was wild. This might be the wildest thing I've ever seen in a long time.
Death, the destroyer of worlds.
And that thing shoots like 30-foot flames. It's under $10,000. I believe it comes in around $9,000 and something. That sounds awesome. But make sure you like and sub up, because we're going to have one hell of a show for you. You know what I'm saying? This is the Rock and Roll Rebel Show. You know what I'm saying? What's this? Oh, my. We got something there. Something popped up there. Something didn't open up. But we out here doing the real news and not that fake news, because that's what we're here for. And we do the daily show. We give you the real news, the stuff they're not talking about, like Kamala Harris, Secret Service went bananas today, or the other day, I think it was a couple days ago, but the Atlantic, I believe it was the Atlantic, uncovered it. And he had to be restrained. They had to put him in handcuffs. A United States Secret Service agent went bananas. So we're all going bananas under Joe Biden's policies, I'll tell you that much. And then, like we said, we're going to talk about TikTok being banned and all the other stuff out there, and the Gaza protests, the Trump trial and all that. So let's play this right here. This is what I saw earlier. This is about the Kamala Harris thing. I thought this was wild. I didn't even really tag it, but we're going to play it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because that way you believe me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I will never lie to you.
Fox News alert, one of Kamala's Secret Service agents reportedly had a mental breakdown. The agent reportedly started a fight with other agents in the unit. The incident occurred at Monday at Joint Base Andrews. Agents were getting ready for Kamala to take off. According to the Washington Examiner, one of Kamala's agents freaked out and then got aggressive, and eventually a fight broke out. Things got so bad that the agent had to be handcuffed and removed from service. They were taken for a medical evaluation. This isn't the first episode involving Kamala's detail, though. In 2022, Kamala's motorcade was involved in a car accident. Her SUV was partially airborne.
What's that mean?
But they first reported the incident as a, quote, Just a mechanical failure.
Just a mechanical failure.
So maybe this fight was more like a Royal Rumble.
I don't know about a Royal Rumble, but I remember the NWA days back in WCW, back in the late 90s, baby. Hollywood Hogan. Some of the greatest wrestling entertainment of all time, I'll tell you that much. But let's get back to it, baby. Let's get back to it. The protests are going on out there. They want everybody to choose between Israel and Gaza. I'm not going to choose between any of them, or it's even Palestine, but they're trying to be like Hamas like out there. So that's like a terrorist organization. We talked about it yesterday. We don't support any of that. I'm not a big fan of, I love the Jewish people and all that. I'm not a big fan of the Mossad. They've done some shady stuff, and you can see what they're doing, mowing down people in the streets and all that. But Hamas is not fair either. You know what I'm saying? Hamas came in on October 7th, and they did some evil stuff too. So you gotta be able to balance. You gotta be able to balance, because they're gonna give you fake news, they're gonna give you real news, and all that stuff. And it's just like Joe Biden out there. He'll read anything off the teleprompter today. And we saw that. He's a regular old Ron Burgundy. You know what I'm saying? He's a regular old Ron Burgundy. And then, but let's get into this Joy Reid. Joy Reid, the media's loving this. Rachel Maddow has been in court. Joy Reid has been in the courtroom now, because I guess the press pool is getting like first dibs on the tickets to get in there, and then the rest of the citizens can get in there. But they love to keep Donald Trump in there, locked in there for like 8 hours. To testify about nothing. We had the Becker guy yesterday, the head of the National Enquirer. He was just basically getting up all the bad stories about Trump, and they were locking him up under key. You know what I'm saying? It's not a crime. It's not a crime. You know what I'm saying? A person like Donald Trump he don't want so much negative publicity out there, like he's sleeping with ladies and all that. I mean, he was a billionaire. He's a billionaire, and billionaires like to have fun, and Donald Trump liked to have fun. It's not as embarrassing as Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Here's Joe Biden before we play this Joy Reid. But here's your president of the United States right here. He'll just read anything. He'll read anything. Anything you put on that prompter, he will read, because he's not coherent anymore. He's not coherent. And the media knows it. The election in 2020 was 100% shady. A lot of that evidence is coming out now. They had that lawsuit, remember, with Dominion and Fox News. That's proven to be fake. So, I mean, both sides of the uniparty are conjoined, and we are controlled by non-elected officials. I'll leave it at that. We are controlled by non-elected officials. We as American citizens want to send up people to represent us in our counties, our districts, mayors, local, even federal, up to presidents and senators and Congress. But they are interfering. They are 100% interfering. The non-elected people are interfering in our election. So make sure you get out and vote, and you got to pay attention. You got to protect yourselves at all times. It's a jungle out there. Got to protect yourselves at all times. But here is the President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden Jr.
Imagine what we can do next. 4 more years. Pause.
4 more years. Pause. 4 more years. Nobody wants 4 more years of Joe Biden. I promise you that. If you want 4 more years of Joe Biden, then you
4 more years.
You do not belong in the United States of America. What's that? That's still playing. Yeah, you don't want Joe Biden. You don't want Joe. You already see what's going on with the border. Everything's out of control. And the only way we're going to get this country back is you got to get out and vote. You got to get out and vote. You also got to make sure you like and sub up here at the Rock and Roll Rebel Show. We give you the real news, daily news, every single day. Every single day. We might go 7 days a week. You want 7 days a week, chat? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I'm monitoring right here, the chat. It's the chat. Send me something. Watch. I'm going to send something right now. Watch. Hello, chat. Let you know we live. We live right there. Bada bing, bada boom, they would say if you were Italian. You know what I'm saying? I'm Irish, so I do the Irish goodbye. If you don't know what it is, Google it. But let's get back to this whole Joy Reid thing. Joy Reid loves Donald Trump. Loves Donald Trump. They best friends, and I wonder if they're friends on TikTok. Cause it's wild out here, like they did today. People are just now waking up, finding out that Donald Trump is not on TikTok, I don't believe, and TikTok is banned. So we try to pull the show together. But here's the one and only lovely Joy Reid. She is rocking the Donald Trump wig. She's rocking his style. She is definitely stealing his style. That's breaking news right there if you have not heard. But here is the joyous Joy Reid on her MSNBC show. She was in the courthouse, and this is her description of being in the courthouse. I mean, this is amazing. You cannot make this up. She is WET, baby.
It was interesting being in court, and I started off in the overflow. So I was team overflow at first, and then did move in. Thanks to wonderful Lisa Rubin, let me move into the main room. My impressions of Donald Trump, really being in the room with him, he's definitely bigger than you expect. He's taller than you expect, but he's more drawn. He kind of shuffled past. He has a sort of perma scowl on his face. He definitely looked like he was paying attention this time. There was no sort of seeming to nod off or snooze, nothing like that. But definitely the energy between him and his main lawyer, Todd Blanche, was very kind of frenetic. And he didn't seem all that pleased with Blanche's performance, nor did the judge, I will add. So it was an interesting day. I think that they got a lot out of today in terms of David Pecker. But I think the low sort of moment for the Trump defense had to have been that pre-hearing before the jury was actually in the room.
That's got to be so boring for Donald Trump to be in that courtroom like that, because it's just, if you've ever been in a court or a court proceeding or watched it, a lot of it's boring. It's not like the OJ trial where it was excitement and then you would hear the sidebar. They're not showing it because in federal court you cannot show it. I think we need to change the rules where you allow cameras in federal courts. There needs to be more transparency. But here we are. There's nothing like that. And then, of course, you got all the protests out there. You got to stay safe. I don't understand why they let these idiots out here just protest all the time. I'm for protesting and all that, but I mean, this is basically why they're protesting. They're anti-Israel because of this right here. And I believe the TikTok ban is coming across that too, because like if you're on TikTok, a lot of the stuff you're getting seen is pro-Palestine, and Israel doesn't like that, but we're going to show you what Israel did right here. This is basically what the Palestinian people are dealing with right now. This is a live drone shot from the other day, from April 20, 4/20. There's nothing left. Zero. I think they're all forced out to the beach. That's why you see them on those beach pictures. That like violates the Geneva Convention, right? Basically, that looks like a violation of the Geneva Convention. The Geneva Convention was you're supposed to not kill citizens, you're supposed to treat your POWs fair, and it looks like Israel is in violation of that, but nobody seems to care no more. There are protests for it. So, I mean, you can see it's just leveled. It's just 100% leveled. There's nothing there. And then they asked Blinken about it. Anthony Blinken, Tony Blinken, whatever you want to call him. He happens to be Israel. And this is what he had to say about the violations of the Geneva Convention. So we run deep, homeboy. We run deep.
When incidents are brought to our attention, we look at them, and particularly if there's a possibility that U.S. arms were used in those incidents. Thanks.
Mr. Secretary, does the Geneva Convention apply to Gaza? Reporters have been asking this for months and not gotten an answer.
He runs off like a coward.
Hi, Secretary. I was the one who asked the question there, whether the Geneva Conventions apply to Gaza. We haven't been able to get a question on that. Many reporters have asked.
I'm not going to answer it now. So we're just going to keep moving. We're off the record here. If we're not, I'm not.
Yeah, we're not going to answer the question here. Thank you.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Do you recognize the Geneva Conventions as applying?
I've answered your question.
No, you haven't. You've evaded it, and your colleague deceitfully responded to it. Do you recognize the Geneva Conventions? It's a simple question.
Go ahead.
Do you recognize the Geneva Conventions as applying to Gaza?
When you interrupt me, that's not. It's not a matter of.
I'm
not
asking
going
for a simple
to take additional
questions.
questions.
To a simple question.
Go ahead. You got two questions.
I'm totally No, I didn't get two questions.
You did. You asked a question about your report, and you asked a follow up. Please go ahead.
You're refusing to answer it.
Go ahead, sir.
Do the Geneva Conventions apply to Gaza or not?
Apply
to everywhere on the planet except for the Palestinians.
I just showed you.
Right?
We continue to stress everywhere that international humanitarian law needs to be abided by and respected. Go ahead.
Do the Geneva Conventions apply?
You are now interrupting.
No, it doesn't apply. You can see. You just saw the picture I just showed you. Right here. Here's the rest of it. Right here. Looks blown out, bro. Looks blown out, baby. Looks blown out. You got to send a prayer out to them. That's horrible, bro. Imagine that was like New York City or something like that, bro. That is awful. That is awful, 100% awful. And you got to protect yourselves at all times, baby. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle, baby. It's a jungle. That's why you got to carry a Glock 43X everywhere you go. Keep one in the... Know what I'm saying? We don't get too wild on here. YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But we love everybody here. We love everybody here, and we hope everybody here stays blessed. Stay blessed. Hopefully, we're just here entertainment. We just entertainment, baby. Like and sub up if you want entertainment and news. That's what we're going to give you, entertainment and news. You know what I'm saying? What else are we going to talk about? The TikTok ban. This is why they're banning TikTok right here. This is why they're banning TikTok. I think it's got to do with Gaza. It's got to do with Palestine. It's got to deal with the protest. The young people have woken up. We played this before, the real reason why they're banning TikTok. But here you go. This is the real reason right here. This is from the man himself. The man himself.
But I also want to point out that we have a major generational problem. All the polling I've seen, ADL's polling, ICC's polling, independent polling, suggests this is not a left-right gap, folks. The issue in the United States of support for Israel is not left and right. It is young and old. And the numbers of young people who think that Hamas's, massacre was justified is shockingly and terrifyingly high. And so we really have a TikTok problem.
They really have a TikTok problem. There it is. They got a TikTok problem. And then what did the United States government do? Ban it. National security. Trump tried to ban it. They didn't care then, did they? They didn't care then. But now they passed a law to make it a national security. Trump was just trying to ban it on that. The influence is just, it's tearing up the young American minds. But now the Uniparty, Israel, AIPAC, are trying to say that it's national security. First Amendment rights should apply here. It's funny that they passed FISA 702, where you don't need a warrant for nothing. But they're mad because China's taking data. The old United States government's taking our data. You know what I'm saying? So, to each their own, I guess they would say. But make sure you stay safe. And hold up. Wait a minute. Flag on the play. Is this what you're looking for? Hold on. I found a brand new show that I join up to all the time. The one and only The one and only Kingdom Radio, baby. Kingdom Radio TX on Twitter right here. This is family. This is family right here. We join up all the time. Make sure you follow Kingdom Radio. This gentleman is on fire out here. 4 hours ago, he's tweeting about Vic Ramaswamy. He's got the Rock and Roll Rebel show up right here. Look at that. He's retweeting out there. Make sure you follow Kingdom Radio. The Rock and Roll Rebel Show and Kingdom Radio do a joint show every Friday. We recap the news. We recap the news of the week. And we just do some silly stuff upon all that. But make sure you check them out. I'm out of here, baby. It's peace and love. Peace and love. Make sure you like and sub up.
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
And I will see you all mañana, baby.